this very moment, right after this Facebook Live or in the middle of it, whatever you want to do, you can start doing that, challenging the story you're telling yourself and choosing, making a decision to think it differently. You can start right now. It doesn't cost anything. Free. Okay. And what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Now, one of the things from the way I grew up with a lot of toxicity in my family, part of my story, but I had to choose how I was going to change that story to serve me and not stop me. Okay, serve me, not stop me. And one of the things I realized as an adult is that I have this level of hypervigilance. Okay, like I always had to be on point, listening, even when I was a kid. What's happening out in the other room? Do I need to jump up and save somebody? Do I have to run for help? Do I have to run away? Right? And so I had this hypervigilance all the time. It was just kind of like programmed into me from the time I was really young. And a lot of us have things like that that have just kind of been, we've been saturated with it because of our environment and how we were raised, even unintentionally by well-meaning parents. You know, it doesn't matter how it got there, really. It's just an awareness that it is. And so when you have that hypervigilance, the tendency is to kind of always be waiting for that other shoe to drop, always be watching for that thing that's going to spring out of the shadows, literally sometimes, and grab you, looking over your shoulder to make sure something isn't snapping at your heels, you know? And so when you choose that way of thinking, you've been trained into it, it's familiar, and you become aware of it. Then you have the option to decide, I'm going to raise my awareness about that way I am telling my story to myself. And so sometimes when you start shifting the story and shifting the energy and truly just allowing these things to flow into your life, there's that little part of you that's saying, yeah, well, I'm just going to keep an eye out over here because you never know, right? And so the challenge is to be aware of that and say, what if just for the next 5 minutes even, what if I let go of that? What if I just let it go and I choose to focus on a positive energy I'm creating with how I'm thinking and the stories I'm telling myself. And I choose to believe that everything is possible.